G'day everyone, and welcome to Griffinx Tabletop Miniatures. Today I'm going to be building the Hearthkyn Warriors from my Warhammer 40K Leagues of Votann army set. Alright, now let's get down here. Have a good look at what we got. If you're wondering what that noise is, it's just a spring on my boom arm. It often makes a clicking sound when I move it around. Okay, now this is what I'll be working with. These particular sprues here. And that should allow me to make 10 of the 20 of these warriors. I'll only make 10 on camera, because if you were to pick up the individual box set for the Hearthkyn warriors, you would also only be able to make 10. So I'll make the other 10 of the 20 at a later time. Okay, let's see. We've got to start with the Theyn, by the looks of it there. Well, we don't have to, but that's what we're going to do. Okay. It's only a few parts. I suppose I have to make up my mind how I want him built. Yeah. Alright. Let's get him started. I wonder which sprue he's on. Is he on this one or is he on the other one? I think he's on the other one. Alright. Set that up here. I hope if I can see the numbers. Alright. Alright, all the way up here. Let's get that back a bit. Ready. The first part is, and we need the next one, C3. There he is. Number 2, I'm assuming that's this one, yeah. Looks that way. Take that right off. Okay, now what should I arm him with? Got the choice of a sword and an axe, or power fist looking thing we got there. I just don't know what I want to go with. Actually, I think I'll go with the axe, and that way I can make the other squad with the sword. Yeah, and like in the example here, you've got the plasma, whatever it is, with the sword. I think I'll make mine with the alternative, one of these alternative weapons, and with the axe. Yeah, why not? Alright. Let's get to it then. So the number of the one I want is 115, I believe. Yes. Looks like it's some sort of iron gun or iron pistol. And that's clearly the axe. Nice. Okay. Now I've got to decide on the head out of the options available. don't think I'll have him helmeted. But which head should I go for? I don't know. Suppose it's up to me, and I'm probably going to put the helmets on most of them, so let's be fair and just have a close look at some of the options we've got here. We've got... oh, that's not showing up well at all. At all. That's a bit better. Oh, that's not. Let's try that. Does that do anything better for it? Oh, a little. We've got this head here with... oh, no. Oh, well, I won't bother showing you in advance. I'll just go ahead and make my decision. I think there's a few more options over here, however. I may even go with a female head. I don't know at this point. So we've got two options there, so to speak, because I've got two squads, so I mean I can pick one and do another. I might go with this one. Actually. And then I'll choose a different head for the other squad. Yeah. What have you done with your Hearthkyn, if you've got any? Did you build yours with the sword, or with the axe, or the power fist? Or perhaps you don't have any, and maybe you're thinking about getting some, and now you know the options. What would you choose? Let me know in the comments below. There's a bit of a mould line there. It's really obvious, so I'm just going to clean that off just gently. There we are. I don't always clean them off, but sometimes I do. Sorry about that. I did just sneeze and stuff before, so probably edit that out. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't get out the bases ready to glue them to bases, so just bear with me for a second while I get to the Votann, Leagues of Votann Army Set box and get the sprues out. Might make it easier to glue them to the bases if I actually have the bases out. It might be a little impossible to do so without them. Alright, now which ones do they go on? I'm assuming they go on these little ones. Oh, that's different, isn't it? These are the new sized ones, aren't they? Okay. It's going to get confusing if I ever get spares of those anytime. Anyway, it's all good. Let's see, I might start with the foot and then do the chest. Or the leg, rather. That way he has both feet and can stand up a bit. Right. Yeah. There. Oh. That bit too. Oh. And there goes. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I know I say that a lot, but I'm often impressed by the sculpts and that Games Workshop do. Obviously, they're mostly done by, or all done by computer now. But still, though, I think they do a good job of designing miniatures most of the time. There are a few that I think might look a little questionable, and I won't be afraid to mention that here on the channel in the future. I'll sit him there. Just trying to get the light in the best spot. So I was having trouble with the camera when it doesn't like the light. Anyway, you can still see the miniature quite well when I hold it on the angle. So there we are. Alright. What else I do? Maybe I'll have his gun pointed out like that, and then have his axe perhaps down to the side. I think that's, yeah, that's a bit lined up. Or should he have this down and this up? What do you think? I think the sword will be up, won't it? So let's have the axe down and the gun pointed forward, rather. Painted forward. Jeez. Sounds like I've had a long day. Let's get a little bit of glue in here. Get that head in. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Let's have a look now. We've got this bit that go up on the back. Don't know which one to use. It says options. Just bring this back up to the camera so you can see. We've got this one, which appears to have, I'm not sure what that is, some sort of creature, and then this one's something else, and that one's something else. Maybe if I look at the actual thing a little, I might get an idea. This one looks like a wolf, that one looks like a pig, and this one looks like a rat. See? Pig at the top, rat, wolf. I think that's what they're meant to be. Anyway, I'm probably going to customise mine, so it won't really matter. We need the other little bit for it anyway, no matter which one we do. It's part 104, so we'll cut that off. It's kind of like, which pattern do I like the best at this point, rather than do I like the wolf, do I like the pig, do I like the rat? Not that you can see that anymore. No, really doesn't want to show you for some reason. Bloody camera. Sometimes you want to work, sometimes you don't. Anyway, I might go with the rat one, because I'm going to cut the bit where the rat is off anyway. Oh, that's the intention. See how well that turns out. Sorry for that shaking. Let's clean these bits up and I'll show you what I intend to do. Some Fire Slayers parts that I'll use to make that a little bit better. See, it's the rat one. Oh, that's got to be a rat, right? Yeah. Alright. Now I'm going to end up cutting that off, but I don't know quite where to cut it, so I might just sit my knife down for a sec. Have a little look at what I've got here. I've got a lot more spare parts in another bits box over there to my left. Here's just a few that I've pulled aside. Just to make my life a little easier. Yeah. Now I want one that I've got plenty of that I can repeat again and again and again. So let's kind of work this out. Which one of these do I have many multiples of? At least right here. This one I've got 2 so far. This one's got a few. There's another one there. It might be that one. Yeah, alright. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be this one. Because if that's what I can use, then that'll be what I use for these guys. Because I'm probably not going to buy too many of the Hearthkyn warriors, given I've already got these 2 squads. Right, let's throw these ones back. I'll keep these aside for it. Now, what the hell did I do with that part? I've mixed it up with these, haven't I? Yep. There we go. Now what I wanted to do is put the head part on this, the dragon head, and that on and over the existing one here. So taking off the rat head, maybe cutting back that first nub on the top there. Oh, now it's gone again. Yeah, that first little nub at the top. Maybe slice that off as well and put that on, and then the mohawk and everything should go on there maybe. See how that goes. May not work out the way I want it to. I'm going to clean this up as well. But it's not going to be as easy as some of the other ones that I've got there to cut this off. I'll do my best. And with this we're going to clean that off pretty sharp. And just go like this. Cut. Now put my finger over it like that so that this bit, the rat's head bit, doesn't just go flying. That can be helpful. Now I'll just check that. That looks fairly straight. Nice. Good, I'm glad about that. Now I've got to cut in here and take that bit out and keep the mohawk part and the back of the dragon's head. That extends just at the back there, as you can see. Now let's gotta do this without cutting into myself. Now that ought to be interesting. I'll have to do it in pieces. I'll take that little bit out. And that little bit. And that little bit. And just slowly make my way through. Cutting it down, I guess, until it's jeez. See, I'm getting that out of there. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's just dry fit it for a second to see how that. It's not quite lining up right, I don't think. So what I might do is take the end of this off, like so. Just clean it up a little, like that. A bit through, like that. Alright. That'll work a little better, I think. Now, I still need to do a little more. But what I might do is take this little top part off here, this little edge, smooth that out a bit, and even flatten it a little. And just again, dry fit it just to see how much closer I'm getting. A little closer, admittedly. Could probably fill those gaps, not that you can see it very well. But when I put that into there, trying to get my big fingers out of the way, will it? It won't. No, it just does not want to focus on it at all. Bloody thing. Well, there you can see. Brilliant. You can see there's a bit of a gap at the top and at the front. I'd like that to be a little smoother, a little easier. Possibly cut this little bit off. Oh, sorry, this little bit off at the top and slide that in, but I don't know about that. Maybe I should actually cut both of those. Get my clippers and just carefully make sure that's on the right side of that. Cut and cut. Again, just check. Oh, there we are. And I think now that I've done that, Take that, smooth it out. Now I think they'll fit. Ah, look at that. If it'll show, there's very little gap. Obviously I'll straighten it up and set it accurately, but to give you an idea, that's how I think I'm going to do it. So if you had any fire slayers lying around, and you had a few spare mohawks and things, like you could do this yourself. Now, not everyone will have fire slayers lying around, but as I've said in previous videos, I'm a huge dwarf fan, so I've had fire slayers since they came out, and yeah, so I've got heaps of spares for them. And you'll see quite a few of them, those parts being used throughout this Leagues of Votann army as time goes on. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better than the option that it comes with. Not that the option that it comes with is all that bad, although I'm not too fond of the pig or the rat, but each to their own. And I'll stick that bit on. Now we've got that whole thing, which will probably go up there somewhere. Let's just sit that down, let it dry. I've got to find the backpack. Where is it? C9. Oh, that's a stupid place to put that. Put it over it. Number 9. It's got to be it. Oop. It's just up here. 1, 2. Just clean this off. Just hoping to get the best angle for you. Just trying some different things. Just dry fitting it. No, that's not a good angle for this camera. Jesus. This is a rather expensive camera too, so I mean it's really annoying that it just doesn't pick things up. And it could be the multiple colours, the reflections of things, like there's a whole range of things it could be that's going on. That's finding it difficult to focus. So I apologise to anyone if they're expecting a better quality video. Sorry to disappoint. Can't do much about it. Right, now we put the glue on there and there. And I think I'll have the rat. Yeah. Does it go straight onto it or onto the back? It's a little hard to tell. I think it sort of does just sit onto it, really. Yeah, it does. Actually, I can see the little slight inserts on there. Let it sit on it for a sec, and then voila, like that. Yeah. So it does it. And so we get it. And that's what I've done. With my, oh goodness sake. You get the idea. It'll be a lot better when I have my new light set up and my light box to do professional videos of them on a rotating platform. So you'll get a better look at things step by step. But I figured those things were taking too long to get here, so I needed to get some videos out, and so these ones will be the ones I use to test things and see how they go. But thank you for stopping by and coming and having a look at my channel. Obviously we're not done yet, but thank you for coming, or for coming back if you have. Really appreciate your time. Let's clear these off onto my little tray I've got under the desk. It's just a tray I have sitting under the desk between, sort of above my legs, between the bottom of the edge of the table rather, and the thing, and I can slide it away, and it just captures all the little bits of shit, so to speak, excuse my language, that we don't want to just dust down onto the floor. Little plastic cuttings, little bits of glue, like dried up glue, things of that nature. Now, I've got this next one. Put a base out. Aside. We need the clippers. Put that iron tray. Alright, we need, was it 86 and 85? I think that's all the way over on the little separate square. Alrighty. It is. Now let's cut these off. That might be a little better for you. Alright, so then we've got to put... Oh, they're the options, really. I think I'm doing this guy. So I'll need the gun under sling. His hands being free to press the things and whatever. And yeah. Okay. Interesting that, like that, he doesn't have the helmet on. At least in those pictures. But we'll see. So we need 97. There's 97. 99, I believe. Yeah, because I'm going to go with the ion blasters, or whatever they are, ion something or others, on this squad, and then the other ones, I'm going to do the bolt ones, I believe. Yeah. $96. Whoops. Yeah, 96. What is that? Oh no, but that's the back. The big hammer. That's a bit easier. There we go. Alright. Okay, I think that's... Well, we need the head, obviously, but... I see, yeah, no, there is a... There is an option there for the helmeted one. So I really do like these helmeted options, so I'm going to go with that. And that's C89, which is right here. Alright. And we'll start cleaning these up. Camera really doesn't like me being centered. If I'm a little off center, it seems to stay. Oh, be careful! Those carabiners like to bend, so don't put any pressure on there. I was just trying to give you a better view, and that was a dumb idea. At least you guys, when you go to build yours, most of you won't be doing it on camera, so you won't have to worry about things like that happening. I'll have to get out my pin vise later and drill some holes, I think. I won't do that on camera. Yeah. I'm sure you'll have seen enough of the construction that you won't want to see me drill out all the holes for the guns as well. Do you drill out the holes in your guns? Or do you just not bother? Is that just one step too far? Let me know in the comments below. I think it's a good thing to do. When I was younger, I didn't do it at all. Probably out of fear more than anything. But like with anything, it just takes a bit of practice. And once you start doing that, you find that it's not really that difficult, and it's fairly simple. Alrighty. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. And we get the glue. Oh, jeez. That just will not focus at all, will it? Maybe if I hold it in my hand like this and touch the glue. Like this. It's a bit crappy doing it this way. But, if it helps you guys to see what's being done, makes it a better video, it should. And again, my quality of videos aren't exactly high, but... Oh, don't tell me it's the wrong one. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. Something's not right. There we go. What was not right is you're supposed to attach that first. Clearly. Yep, it says it there. Here I am, just getting ahead of myself. These silly errors. I'm sure the errors that you use won't make. Because you will look at the instructions. Oh, Jesus. I can't even build a model. What kind of Warhammer YouTuber am I? I can't even build a thing. Not a very good one. That's what the answer is. Put your comments in the comment section down below on what you think of how crappy my video is. There are other YouTubers out there. I don't need to tell you that. Now, how the hell does that actually go on? That bit clicks onto something there. Well, so, yeah, okay. And then that goes into the... This one's a tricky one. You got a little spot in here, like a little insert in the hand. It's not going to show. No. Alright. Just charge ahead. And then you just put it in and turn. And you get the perfect angle. And then it holds on. And there you go. It's been over 30 minutes. I've not even completed 2 little dwarves. Sorry, 2 little squats. 2 Thunderkin. Oh, how the ancestors are watching. And they probably think I'm doing a bad job. Now I understand self-deprecating humor is not for everyone. Don't worry, I'm not depressed or anything like that. It's just that's part of my weird sense of humor. Also helps being Australian. We don't mind being the butt of the joke a bit, as long as we can have a bit of a chuckle in ourselves at the same time, then it's okay. Oh, can't quite see how that goes in, but let's see how this goes. No, not like that. Jeez. I did watch a video by, I can't remember who it was. I think it may have been Sword and Steel or something, I'm not sure. But they were doing their Leagues of Votann, and they found that these helmets were a bit of a pain putting these bits in. I could see why they may have felt this way. I'm not seeing how you can just simply get it in because it's so tight. Because it kind of leaves a little gap at the bottom. Unless you push really hard. There we are. Yeah, you just got to use, I guess, a little bit of pressure with your... Well, if you use a little pressure with your fingernail, it kind of seems to... Jesus. There we are. Far out, that took forever. But yeah. You just push a little bit at the bottom over the little bit of detail, and it kind of pops in place. Which is good, because otherwise that would have been an absolute pain to do. Okay, so that's the other option. I'm not doing the other option, so that's okay. Let's go down to the next one. Coming out of base. My hair was getting in the way there. $74. Is that on this one? Yes, it is. That's convenient. I don't have to swap the sprues over yet. So I'll assume 76. Yes, and 75. Alrighty. And then we have to put the fancy backpack on. We need 101 to follow the theme of the weapons that we're going to have them armed with. So 101, that's this one up here. I feel another sneeze coming on. Don't know if it'll happen. Don't you hate that feeling? If you have that feeling that you need to sneeze and it just lingers and lingers and lingers and doesn't quite go away until suddenly you just go, ah! Yeah, well, that's kind of how I feel right now. Alright. One thing I find quite odd about these guys is that I was looking at the Sagittor, or whatever it's called, the smaller one of the two trucks, so to speak, the vehicles. That each one can only take 5 as a transport, and these things go in squads of, 9 to 19 with a Theyn. So you'd need 4 for a 20-man squad, and I don't even know if you could do that legally, but you can, by the looks of it, do 2 for 10-man squad, but you've got to split the squads, but that's not something I'm particularly fond of doing, I don't think. But then again, it could work with these guys. I haven't played them. I'd be very curious to know if you have, and what you discovered in doing so, and who your opponent was too. Like, what were you up against when you did that? Be very interesting to hear about. Be also interesting to know if you played against anyone with the rules as they were in the codex without the additional thing, like, so to speak, like while they were super duper powerful. It would have been interesting to know. Were they really that broken? But I suppose if you were using them, you wouldn't want to consider them broken, would you, necessarily? Maybe your enemy might. Or your opponent, sorry. Your enemy. It's not like your opponent is necessarily your enemy. It might be your miniatures enemy. They're probably a friend or an acquaintance or somebody you've met down at the gaming centre or gaming hall or games workshop or wherever it is that you're playing. Whatever particular hall of heroes you may be attending. Yeah, I'm really enjoying these, putting these together. It's been quite a bit of fun, and I love how they look. Just these armoured little things with a nice spot there where the head goes in, and it just, oh, I think it's great. And I've said in other videos that I was quite the fan of the Demiurge and the lore. There was only a little bit of obscure lore about them, and then obviously you had the ships in Battlefleet Gothic. I'd like to know how those ships fit into the grand scheme of things with these guys, with their lot, because I think I'd find that very, very interesting. Where's that head it's talking about? C78. Let's have a little look. I don't exactly see it. It's one with the visor up a bit. And I think it's a feminine head inside. If it is, that I like the idea of that. That's really cool. I'll definitely want to go with that. Like I said before, I like having some options for the females in the force, because why wouldn't they be there? So what's it? 70. Far out. 78. I think this is the one up here. Hard to tell. Then again, I think it might be a male one. Yeah. Suppose it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's just I want to have as many of the helmets and the visors as much as possible in this force. Kind of generally with some armies I don't really like have them with their helmets off, but in case of dwarf-like armies, I suppose it looks appropriate. Alright. Let's get some glue in there. Oh shit. That one in there at the wrong angle. You want it in there at the correct one. Oh boy. It's already starting to glue. Shit. It's really gluing in, actually. Oh. It's just that it's so tight that then with a little bit of glue it just really wants to stick. Doesn't take much. If I do what I did with the other one, I think that, yeah. Just have to re-glue him to the base. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Oh, I don't like that. Don't want him going all rockabye baby on the tree top. So when my fan blows, he'll rock. Not in a good way. Alright. Next one. I don't normally build things quite so one by one like this. I'm used to building things kind of like all at once. If I'd go through, get all the parts out, sit each dude aside, and then go bang, 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 bang. So, if I'm slow, that's probably why. That shows that, and then... Oh, that's the same one continued until here. Oh, jeez. Too many options. Too many options. But, yeah, some people say that's a brilliant thing. I'm not 100% sure all the time. So I don't want to make the wrong things. Yeah. Just thought I'd quickly check the book just to make sure I wasn't building the wrong options. It appears that they have one of each of these 3 things, so I can soldier on. But where the hell am I looking? C65. I think that's back over here. No, it doesn't appear to be. No. Okay. Well, 5th, no. I'll do these bits first. Oh, it's right next to it. I did not even see that. I really do need to get my eyes checked. Clearly, if I can't see that. Six A, 6B. I don't know about that. Where are they? don't particularly like that. Cannot replace their weapon. I can't even see their weapon. What a boring part of the video. It's not 102. Or maybe it is. So it's actually 102. Which doesn't say that that's what it is, but I mean, it's clearly that's what it is. And this one. It's just 121, is it? No. It's 120. Alright. About time. Spent probably a couple of minutes on that, just trying to work out where the bloody part was. Again, there's no fault of the kit really, that's just me. I'm sure you'll find the parts a lot quicker. Unless your eyesight's bad like mine, in which case you might have a little trouble. I'm a big fan of how that joins there, must admit. That's alright. Let's clean it up as best we can. Was there a connection? There was. I remember there being a connection up here. Let's clean that up. And I've got some ideas for doing some things with the land fortress when I can finally get my hands on one. If anyone would like to see that being built on the channel, please let me know. Again, in the comments below. At this point in time, that's probably the best way to communicate with me. Should you have anything to tell me, any input. I do appreciate your input. That way I can learn what it is you want me to do and how I can grow this channel maybe a little. Excuse me. Because that is the aim. I would like this channel to grow and be more successful. And I would like to do better as a YouTuber and as a presenter of these miniature builds and painting tutorials and conversion tutorials and whatnot, which are coming. Whether people give me the input or not. But obviously, if I'm doing things that people want to see, then it might facilitate doing a better job. Like that. Yeah. Before I'd really read all the unit names and stuff for the Leagues of Votann. As soon as I heard the name and all that, I was like, oh, okay, Leagues of Votann. Cool. And I heard they called themselves the Kin. I was like, oh, yeah? Then I thought I'd come up with my own league, as I would my own Space Marine chapter, etc. Legion and whatnot. And I thought, oh, I could come up with Thunderkin. Not realising that's an actual unit. And I, started singing in my head AC/DC Thunderstruck. And thought I'd give him like this whole Aussie theme. I'm still trying to do what I can to give him an Aussie theme, but turns out the Thunderkin themselves will be making those that encounter them Thunderstruck as opposed to the whole force, because I can't call them all Thunderkin, which was a little unfortunate, but these things happen, and sometimes you have to come up with something else. But I was so excited when I thought of that. I was like, oh yeah. That works. And then, yeah, it was a little disheartening to find that I can't do that. Probably should have waited till the arms dried before putting these stupid heads in place. Yeah, I imagine if other people get this kit, this is going to be the one thing that people are going to be annoyed with. Putting these little helmet visor things in. If they're a little bit thinner, then they wouldn't rub as much on the inside and be easier to get them in. And I honestly think that maybe next time I might actually put it in before I put the arms on. There we are. Well, let's give it a look. Probably should. Yeah, see? He's got his medi-pack on the back. He or she, they, them. That's what they've got. Okay, C10, C12. It's got to be up over here somewhere, yeah? No? Over here? Yeah. Knew it would be on this big sprue. Well, I assumed it would, because 1 and 2 and those low numbers were here. 10, assume 12. So 15? No, it's 11. So where's 11? No, that is 11. 15 is referring to something else. Maybe the gun. Either way, let's get that out. I really want to put on this weapon here at the bottom out of the options. I want to go with C17. Yeah, I think that looks pretty sweet. So we'll get, so it's C9 up here for the backpack, and C17. That's all the way over here, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Is the camera going to play ball? Probably not. Zoom it back out a bit, maybe. Yeah, that works a bit. Alright. Okay. And that goes on C13, and I'm assuming C14 is the other? Yep, appears to be. So let's cut these out. Alright. It's a little sharp, that bit there. And does it tell me which head it is? C4. Right. Sorry. It's not gonna work. Alright. Yeah. Where? I'm not sure, but I think I can hear thunder outside in the distance. Another storm. That's just brilliant. Sarcasm, if you can't tell. Yeah. Doesn't help if there's a storm and the power goes out or something and can't see what I'm doing in the dark, let alone record a video. wind's blowing, that's for sure. So things are picking up out there. That one again. Alright, I think I'm ready to whack that together. The base. This weather always does that to the glue. Does it happen more often? Now, before I put anything else on, I'm actually going to go ahead and put the head in. Or the helm visor thing, whatever. So I don't have as much trouble. There we go. How much easier was that? I think even you guys could see how much quicker that went in. And all we've got on are the two chest pieces. So there was nothing else in the way. And if you're trying to do it quickly, in the case like myself, alright. I suppose if I wasn't rushing so much and trying to let these models dry, giving them time, it wouldn't be so bad putting those things in, because everything would be, you know, stuck together well enough that it wouldn't keep moving around. But given that's not the case, and I am trying to get through this quite quickly, although it may not seem it watching the video, I'm taking a while. I think this, to be honest, is the kind of video you could put on in the background perhaps while you're doing your own work on your miniatures. Sort of feel like you're building something at the same time as someone else. That's always a nice feeling. Even better when you are doing it. Haven't been able to do that much with people for a while, given there was COVID for a couple of years, and then you know, most of my old buddies who were into this sort of thing, to be fair, have all moved further away, making that sort of thing a little more difficult. But geez. Hopefully that's not the case for everyone out there, so that they can have some hobby time with friends. That's always one of the best things about the hobby, is the fact that it becomes a shared interest, you see, with other people. And not only do you get to play the game with people, but you can sit around building and painting your models and converting them and talking, and, you know, if you're adults, responsibly sharing some frosty beverages. That's always a nice experience. Not too many frosty beverages, mind you, because then you'll really stuff up your miniatures. At least I do, if I have too many frosty beverages while I do this. That's for sure. Alright, you get the picture. You can go there. They can go there, she can go there, whoever it is, whatever it is. Next. next one. See, look, you have some options here. You didn't just have to do this one. You could do whatever this thing is. You could also make them normally as like an ion blaster thingy. You've got this plasma option. By the looks of it down here, it looks like plasma anyway. It's reminiscent of that to me. And also the missile one you get an option for as well. But these are the next one anyway, so you've got those on that one. And then you've got 15 down here. So I'm probably going to have to build this one as the one with this gun here, actually, because I'm going to build the missile launcher for my second one in this squad. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Get out a base. Oops, that's a big one. I think that's for the on here champion or whatever he's called. Anyway, which one are we after? 18 and 19. Okay, so that's this one, and I think this will be the first Ironkin of my force, which is, I think, is pretty cool. I like the idea that the Ironkin are considered, you know, pretty much one of them, you know, like them. Equal to in society. Just cut that out because that's the head for that one. And just make sure that's ready. C9. Are they all 9? They are. The ones like that. Yeah, I was thinking, didn't I already use part 9? But that's alright. It's just how they've numbered them. C26 and 23, I'm assuming 24 maybe. Yeah, 23. 24. And 26. There we are. It's most of his parts, I believe. Yep. Right. Let's clear these up. I hope I'm building these a little quicker now. Now I know a little bit more about what to expect with each of them. So it doesn't take too long. It doesn't half bore everyone to death. But I understand that the long longer videos like this won't be for everyone, but they are there for those that want to watch or want to have something to watch while they sit around and work on their things. Oh, there we are. And I also realise that something like this may be a better format for a live stream. But until I get, you know, a bit of a following, we'll stick with the format as it is. Because what's the point in doing a live stream if there's, you know, hardly anyone to watch? Not that I'm criticising the people who have subscribed in any way in saying that. I appreciate them all, and thank you very much. And I've forgotten to cut a part out, as per bloody usual. There we are. As I said, thank you very much, and yeah, it's just a thing, because obviously not everyone's going to be available at the same times all the time, so when we've got a few people, it'll be better to be able to have banter and conversations back and forth, like asking questions, like you guys can ask questions and I can answer them as best as I can, whether that be stuff to do with the hobby, you know, whether that be, you know, building, painting, converting, lore, discussions on, you know, like ideas to do with lore and army things, all that sort of stuff, or anything to do with, you know, I guess general life stuff, I guess. Yeah. Certainly be better than just hearing me yammer on. About nothing. Alrighty. Let me stick that down. Hey. Maybe I should wait a couple of seconds before I tip it up, to be honest. Give it a little bit of time to actually start bonding with the surface before I try doing crazy, silly things like that. Where's the magic spot? Oh, no. Don't know where that magic spot is. It was there before. Hey! You know, I did over 100 hours of recording of Horus Heresy stuff and other 40k miniatures, from Space Marines to Tyranids. Eldar and some Tau, and all those hours of video went missing, and all that time the camera never acted this bad. The lighting was enough and it worked okay, and now I don't know what I've done, but it doesn't want to work as well. Maybe some of you might have some ideas as to what might have happened or whatever, and what I could do to improve or remedy the situation. I'd rather not replace this particular camera, but I do have other cameras Actually, I'll set that aside for a sec. But yeah, that was really disappointing that that occurred. And if that had occurred, I probably... Oh, there was Orc stuff too, in particular. There's a whole bunch of stuff I did for October. And that's when I was going to launch the channel, actually. In October. Or October. And it was done. So, seeing I lost all that footage, I'll just do a bit of a miniature showcase one day. With some of the Orc stuff and that. And you can see what I kitbashed, because I play Death Skulls when it comes to my Orcs. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff that they've stolen and modified and whacked together. Including some really interesting, well, I think, really interesting Death Dreads. Now, which way round? This way. Okay. Just wondering which way around this Hearthkyn head went. It's like I'm not sure, I just know it's got this little dome bit. I don't know which way around it goes, but it's this way, it appears. Let's use this to maneuver it a little into place. Oh, dang. Honestly thought that would work a lot better. Apparently not. I just don't know how it goes in. Oh, I see, it comes down like that. Oh, you shithead. Excuse my language. Bugger. Whoop. Excuse my language. Ah, that time it went in. There we go. Yeah. Not the biggest pain in the butt, but it is a bit of a knack getting these little visors and little dome things into the tightness of these armored chests and that. It's a little different, not quite what I'm used to, and so it can be quite tricky to get it just right. And as I learnt before, I probably should have put it in before I did the rest of the building of the model. They worked out so much better for this guy. Well, that's a few of them. Still got a few to go. $28 and 29, it seems. Alright, let's see here. 28. Whoop. What leg? 30. There it is. At least I didn't take too long finding that leg this time, as I did last time. It took ages to find some of the bits. Number 9 again. All these non-specific, just regular backpacks appear to be number 9. Alright, I'll set that down just for a sec while I work out on the other side of the page what weapon parts I need. Oh, I see. Ah, this is actually kind of clever. A little frustrating for me, considering the one I wanted to do is on the next dude, but that's alright. So even the heavy weapons are very specific on which dudes they, or what bodies they match. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm actually going to need parts 36, 33 and 34 for this one. 36. And 33. Alright. Kind of looking forward to putting the weapon dude together, but that's alright. That's the next one. Not long to go before I can make the missile launcher dude. Or the missile launcher kin. Actually, that could do with a little tightening. There we are. Just an iron blaster. As I said, I'm going to do this squad with the iron blasters. And the next squad with the, whatever the bolt weapon is. One that looks a bit like a bolt gun. Part of me was like, oh, should I get these? Should I get KDA stands? I was like, no, I'll get these. I did just spend the last Christmas and then again a few months back finishing off a lot of conversions for my Imperial Guard. And then they changed them. So, don't particularly want to work on them just now. I will revisit them in the future. I'm probably going to have to take apart some of the ones I've already built if I want them all to, because I want them all to be the same scale, you know, really. I don't want to have ones that make them look weird or something because they're not the same as all the rest. Alright, let's get this little visor thing in. Kind of follow this new rule of putting the visor thing in first. Just makes life easier, I think. If you can, Yeah, see? Just clicks in very easily, and you don't have to worry about any of the other bits getting in the way or being around. Oh, it's not quite in, that turns out. Ooh, it's pushing in too much on one side. That will be a problem. Sure, there we are. There we are. There we go. A little bit of glue affected. Just take that off. Put that on. Come on, camera. Let's try anything. Let's get it to. Oh, you're kidding me. Just do that, and then it freaking works. Well, and then it doesn't. Take it away, and put it back. Hey! Glue that one in. Maybe I'll do this one this way this time. Let's see if this does any better. Oh, extra plastic there, get off. Alright, and as well. Alright. Get them over here. Get them over there. Now for the missile launcher dude. How many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this one plus 3 more. No, this one and 2 more. Oh, jeez, I can't even count. That's a problem. So let's cut this one off camera because I need to stretch backwards a bit for a second. Back was getting a little sore. Okay. doesn't show it with a thing, but it can. Number 41. Where's that's the one on the end here. Off. Where's the gun? 46. $47. So 42 and 43, I assume. Yep. These ones like this. Keep pressing my thumb into. It's cleaning all up. I'm curious as well, like with people subscribing to the channel, and so anyone else out there watching, what army do you collect? If you collect one, that is. Assuming you collect a Warhammer 40K army. Maybe play Age of Sigmar or Horus Heresy. Blood Bowl, Necromunda. Some other game. What do you collect? What do you play? Have you always played it? Is it your favourite force? Do you have multiple forces? Really like to know. Please let me know in the comments below. Should you be brave enough to have watched this far? And if you have, indeedly been, once again, as always, I thank you for your time. As that is very precious, is our time. I appreciate you sharing it with me. Alright. Okay. Let's do this. I think we're on track to make my longest video yet. Not that that's exactly what I was intending to do, but I suppose cutting the parts, cleaning the parts, gluing them all together. It does take a long time. When there's 10, and they're each a little unique in their own ways. Oh, that one went in nice and easy. Brilliant. I think I'm getting either the hang of it, or that one was just a little bit easier. Not sure. One thing I am sure of is I am starting to get a little bit tired. But yeah, if anyone out there wants to put in some information about what they've been up to and what armies they collect, and yeah, in the comments below, it'd be really nice to hear about that. As I previously mentioned. always cool to hear what everyone's up to. It's one of the things I miss about having some of my friends around, nearby at least. That, you know, you'd always hear them going on about what they're building and what they've been working on, or what conversions they're thinking of giving a go, or what converting ideas they'd thought of, things like that. Well, I always found it fun anyway. Mind you, I'm not tooting my horn or anything, not trying to say I'm a better converter or anything like that. But usually I was the one actually coming up with most of the conversions out of our group. But I think that's because compared to most of the people in my group, I was the one who wanted to put their own spin on things most of the time. Whereas everyone else was fairly happy to make a few little personal changes, but nothing too major. Not silly things like me, where I buy extra kits just to make something look unique. Whereas they would just be like, oh, a few head swaps, a few weapon swaps from some spare bits, things like that. But that's alright. It's not a competition. I just miss the chatting about that. Running the ideas by people and seeing what they think and having that back in return. Still have it, but just not as much as we used to. But I suppose we're all getting older. We're all, well, some of us are having families and things like that. So, you know, things change. But I suppose we'll probably all be back together playing again when we all hit retirement. I think I need a quick drink break. Anyone's wondering, it's just some Pepsi. Quite often my drink of choice when working on my miniatures. I've always been fond of Pepsi. Prefer it more than Coca-Cola. Alright, in the home stretch now. 2 more. And then we're done making the first 10 of these Hearthkyn warriors. They've definitely been a joy and a bit, just a tiny bit of a pain when it comes to those helmet bits, but yeah, no, I still really enjoyed them. I'm not saying I hated it at all. 53, and then I assume 54. But I'll definitely be happy to have a little break and get this light that's shining right in my eyes away from my face. Alright, I need to find that head. Is it 51? Yeah, 51. That makes sense. What I might do this time, just for shits and giggles, excuse my language again, to be honest, I'm not usually that polite. I usually just, if I swear, I swear. But you know, with YouTube and that, you've got to be careful. You might have younger people watching at some stage, and you don't want to encourage bad behaviour or bad habits, etc. So yep, every time I catch myself anyway, I'll probably say something like that. Hmm. 71, 72 and 70. 72, 73 actually. Sticking with the iron blasters. Didn't quite mean to clean that up so well. Let's be careful when you're cleaning up that you don't cut too far into the model or anything like I just did. You don't really want to do that. For a kit where the model itself, like each one, is so small, I am still, as I build each one, quite impressed with how Games Workshop has designed these and managed, as you can see, to make a kit that is not only small and appropriately sized, but detailed, and still quite a few parts each one. And if you've noticed, as I'm sure you have if you've watched this far, or if you saw the video and were like, whoa, that's a bit long. That's how long it takes to make approximately this many of the dudes. Which is, no, sorry, 10 of these dudes. So, that's reasonable value. You get that much time, but you can kill or use practicing your hobby. Then you still got the time you can spend painting it and basing them and then playing with them. Like, I mean, I know this hobby's not for everyone, but I suppose if you're here and you watching this video or any of my other videos, then I suppose you do think that in some way the money is at least somewhat worthwhile, even if it is overpriced. But at the end of the day, you get quite a few hours out of it compared to other hobbies, and you still get to keep them forever, well, until you pass on, anyway. Like with anything, kind of all ends, at least in this existence there, and I won't go into anything further about that from there. Not everyone has the same opinion, and that's okay. We can all have our own ideas, as we do with the hobby. Not everyone wants to build, not everyone wants to paint, or likes to. I remember when I first started collecting, I hated painting. Absolutely hated it. These days I don't mind it. I find it relaxing. But I think it still takes me too long to do a really good job. So I like shortcuts. Yeah, that goes in nice and easy. Alright. Oh, you know what I didn't do for this dude? I didn't cut out a gun. That's intelligent. 56. There it is. Got the gun for the next one, but not for this one. It's very odd of me. So I keep doing that every so often because my arms get very sore, or my neck gets very sore, things like that, and I've just got to change position just a little. Because it isn't the easiest thing, building miniatures with a camera between you and them. I don't know why I put the glue on that bit first, but anyway. Supposed to put it on the inside of there as well. See, I'm getting tired. That's what it is. It's alright, we'll plough through. We'll carry on. It didn't work out so well this time, did it, doing that? No. There, I think that's how that, yeah, I think that's how it goes on, because it's a movement, quite a moving pose. So, right. Maybe if I just do this time. Hey, oh, no. Hey, no. Hey, far out. It's like if the wind blows even a slight bit, if I move slightly, There we go. There he is, running forward into battle with his ion blaster. Or with her ion blaster, with their ion blaster, as you can see. That's quite cool. I might just actually straighten him a little. There. Build this last one. And then I can take a break. And you can all, any of you that have watched this far, can probably pick a different video next, or if you've got something queued up, just let it play. And if not, just, you know, so I'm sure something will just play anyway. It's kind of how YouTube works. Alright. Yeah, that's definitely better, I think, to get the visor part in pretty early, because it tends to want to go in while things are still, you know, a little wet. I think that's because then the front and back isn't so tight and rigid, and you're able to just give it that little bit of movement if you need to. At least that's what I think. I could be wrong, but I mean that's my opinion. Because it leaves with that little bit of wiggle room. Alrighty. That in there. Hooray. And we can put this bit of glue here. This bit of glue there. There we have it. I can just put it on a base. We're pretty much done. What I was going to say, but just wants to be a little bit tricky. Again, it's probably just my fault because I'm rushing ahead. Trying to get these done quickly so that I can get on and do some other things that I've got to do and then have a rest. Yeah. Oh no, don't do that. I think what I need, if I'm going to keep doing any work tonight, is a coffee. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should have had a coffee before I started, and I would have been in better form. Come on. Yeah. The last one. I'll clean off the desk there a little. Oh. Now I won't get that out again until I have to build the other 10. And fortunately for everyone at home, or wherever you're watching this, you won't have to see me do it. Well, let's get these. Excuse me. Oof. Let's get these up nice and close. Oh. And in focus. As many of them as we can, I think. That'd be good to do that. Get that command one in there. The basic ones to the back. You got the missile guy there. You got the other gun guy there. You got this one. You got that one. You got that specialized one. And kin dude over here. And this. And well, that's pretty much it. You got him with his thing like that. Oh, I did that and it doesn't like it, does it? Does it help if I just put my hands at the back? Nope. Oh, just my luck. Hey, I has to do with the lighting. And there you go. That's probably as good as I'm going to get it before the end. So, yeah. So now a little this way. Yeah, there we go. There's the money shot. Now, thank you very much if you've stuck by and stuck through with me and watched this whole damn video that went for an ungodly amount of time. Thank you very much. What did you think of the little kitbash on this guy here in particular, on the Theyn? With the replacement of the rat head, I believe it was, on the end of that little thing there. And the putting of the dragon head and the mohawk from the Fire Slayers kits. What did you think? I think it looks good. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you thought of any and all of this. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and to hit that notification bell to let yourself know when I release more content, so that you can yeah, enjoy viewing it, hopefully. Well, that's enough for me for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.